Pisces, how are you? My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your August 2016 forecast for the month. I want to thank you for tuning in and for subscribing and sharing and liking these videos and for your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. So I will be using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place, and there's a lot of activity this month, so let's start it with a Mars transit on the 2nd of August. Mars enters Sagittarius, where he'll be conjunct Saturn at 9 degrees in the 10th house of career. So a lot of action and discernment happening in the 10th house of status, retirement, career, the paternal energy. There's a connection to the father at this time for Pisceans. And there's action and stamina in the career sector. There's drive. There's not a restful energy in the 10th house, so you could get a lot achieved in the work arena. This is also trining Uranus stationed in Aries in the 2nd house for you. So income, promotion in the 10th house, earnings, the 2nd house of budget, money, income, possessions, self-value, and self-worth. You know, Pisces, you deserve your promotions. You are seen and recognized in the 10th house. So getting what you deserve has to start with believing you deserve it. So this trining Uranus energy could be very surprising, abrupt, quick promotion that you're not expecting. Our new moon at 10 degrees of Leo in the 6th house is also affected. There's a lot of fire trine energy happening, but the new moon on the 2nd is also occurring at 10 degrees of Leo in the 6th house of daily routine, work, regimen, and health. So the 10th, 6th, and 2nd house have energy, spontaneous energy in them, and also a fresh new start. So for those Pisceans looking for new work, new income, the top of August is here for you. It's here for the taking, and Mars is direct now, and Saturn will be direct on the 13th of August in that sign of Sagittarius, conjunct Mars in the 10th house of career. Moving forward, pushing forward. But also Saturn is limiting and restricting, but it's discernment in the career. When I say limiting, it's a long bloody plane. Okay. So when I say restriction and limiting, it doesn't necessarily have to be negative, because discernment can be positive to know what's necessary, what is not, where you're truly needed to head in the career versus just wanting to achieve everything all at once. What is truly necessary? Saturn can be positive that way. Now, on the 5th, Venus makes a transit into Virgo, where she'll be conjunct Jupiter through August 29th in the 7th house. Now, this is a fabulous aspect, Pisces, for your marriage, for those of you already married, and for those looking to take it serious and commit and take your relationship of the 5th house into the 7th house of commitment. This Venus transit, conjunct Jupiter, will trine Pluto in Capricorn, adding the intensity in the 11th house of goals. Maybe your goal, Pisces, is to become married, to root your energy in partnership. Pluto would work for you in the 11th house, trining Venus in that aspect. But Jupiter in the 7th house has probably already aligned you with a lot of luck and faith and optimism in your 7th house of soulmates. I'm anxious to see what I get in the tarot for you, Pisces, for this month, because that Venus conjunction with Jupiter is huge for weddings. I would recommend getting married in the top half of August, but Mercury's going to retrograde at the end of the month, so you want to make sure you don't put that timestamp on your wedding date. You don't want to have a Mercury retrograde on the wedding date. It kind of leaves the energy of the wedding to remain in the past, and it's kind of hard to stay in the present moment when you timestamp your either engagement or wedding in a Mercury retrograde. So just to say, the top half of August is spontaneous and spectacular. for that kind of commitment. On the 18th, we have our first series of eclipse energy seasons that's happening, eclipse season. The 18th, full moon lunar eclipse, 25 degrees of Aquarius. I don't mind an eclipse in the 12th. In fact, I like an eclipse in the 12th house because it brings on the dream life. It activates the REM sleep. It's a portal opening up. And this is the 12th house of dreams, premonitions, quiet. It's the house of rest. And to have a full moon bringing complete closure and a culmination in the 12th house, which is the last house, the house of endings, it's a double whammy. You're putting a very tight end, an end to something around mid-month, but the energy can last 6 months with eclipses. You're starting to feel it, though. You can even feel that something's coming to an end, and it might be that your dream life is triggered first around mid-month for you to see what area this is supposed to apply. But it's the 12th house of release, and it'd be an amazing time to stop an addiction or a habit. You have support cosmically. Cosmic abundance is working with you with a full moon in the 12th house to release what absolutely does not serve the life path. What doesn't fit on your astrological wheel, you can release that in August. On the 22nd, our sun exits Leo and enters Virgo on the 22nd in the 7th house. This will be conjunct Jupiter again and Venus. So what major players, positive, beneficial planets, Jupiter, the Sun, and Venus, all in the 7th house of soulmates, weddings, commitment. You probably will get some relationship cards in here, Pisces, because this is great for not only meeting someone, but taking the relationship that you already have to the next level. A lot of you could become engaged around August 22nd. On August 29th, Venus exits Virgo and enters Libra in the 8th house of intimacy and sex and death. But Venus in the 8th house could attract the right sexual partners to you, could attract the right intimate relationships to you, could attract shared resources and money to you. And going back to the 7th house as well, where the Sun and Jupiter and Venus will be prior to the 29th, that could also be positive for business partnerships. And if you're not in relationship and you're not into that right now, this is great leverage for meeting the right business partner. So I just wanted to include that as well. On the 29th, Venus entering Libra in the 8th house could bring that right intimacy to you, but bringing money to you. Who's investing in you? Who's investing in you? Where are you investing your resources, Pisces? This is positive because Venus is harmony and balance. So if there's an adjustment that needs to be made in the shared resources sector, it's time, and she'll smooth that over. She'll make it effortless. On the 30th, we have our Mercury retrograde. Mercury will retrograde at 29 degrees of Virgo, back through 14 degrees from August 30th through September 22nd. And this will be in that 7th house again. So meeting people, relationships from the past, reviewing the relationship that you just got into. Once you're in it, Mercury will take you through an analysis of what you just committed to, if that's the case. And it could also be a review of the business relationship and the house of the others. And, you know, the 7th house is also the house, we don't talk about this much because I like to keep it light, but I also like to keep it real. And the 7th house is the house of the hidden enemies. So check this. With Mercury retrograde in that sector, there could be information, which is Mercury, coming in from the past, the retrograde, drawing energy from what has already occurred, regarding someone not really being your friend or the right fit as far as business partnership. You could uncover some hidden enemies at that time. So keep your third eye open. On the 1st of September, I wanted to mention the next eclipse that we'll have is the new moon solar eclipse at 9 degrees of Virgo, trining Pluto in Capricorn and conjunct Jupiter in Virgo in the 7th house. So you're starting relationships halfway through the month or at the top of the month. You're reviewing them when Mercury goes retrograde, and then they're eclipsed back in with the new moon solar eclipse. It's like you could be assessing if this is really what you want, and then the eclipse could see a fresh start here. So let's get to the alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. I use this deck often and mostly in my readings when we talk on the phone or Skype. And I'm thoroughly shuffled this deck, so I just wanted to say thank you again for choosing me to read for you. And if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I read all through the week, and you can select your order on my PayPal, on my site and through PayPal, and I will get back to you in an email to set that up. Here are your cards, Pisces. King of Cups. Well, this is a Piscean card. Also just a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It's also self-fulfillment and providing yourself with all the intuitive guidance that you need, finding answers within. Look at that. Two of Wands, attraction. On this card is Venus at the bottom and Mercury. So that, interesting. Okay, Venus entering the 8th house of intimacy. The Two of Wands is intimacy, attraction, a sexual relationship. And then Mercury retrograding to reassess that connection in Virgo. So let's see what else comes up. The Six of Cups, nurturing. Also nostalgia, the retrograde, going back to the past. Someone could come in very easily for Pisces, and now it's up to you. You know, when I say these things, some people are like, oh my God, I don't want to connect with anyone from my past. The past is the past. I get it, but you have the free will to not pick up the phone. You don't have to take that call. But energy is energy, and when Mercury slows down, especially Mercury, because it rules the thoughts. When it slows down to the point of looking reversed, that's where the energy is. The energy goes back to the past. But this is people coming in from long ago, and even you having a bit of nostalgia as well through that time period of August 30th through September 22nd. Here's some more cards. 2 more came out. All right, so this is a little bit of competition. The Seven of Wands is called the Fighting Dogs, but it's competition, argument, a little bit of aggression with that card. Where's Mars for you? Oh, in the career. So some of you might have some competition happening at work, but you have a trine in all of your business work and your financial sector. So when it comes to competitors, Pisces, you might weigh out the competitor. And the last card is the Ace of Cups. That's new love. That's an engagement. That's the 7th house. I knew I would get those cards. Let's see what all of these mean. Well, here's what's up. Relationship, marriage. That's where you're finding most of your support. You either have a new one coming in, a new attraction, new intimacy, new love, or the actual commitment itself. One's true heart's desire is the Ace of Cups. If you nurture yourself right, and this could be someone from the past coming in as well, and you trust your instincts, and this is also representing you, Pisces. Trust the instinct, trust the dream life. You will outweigh the competition. Also, this person could be coming in very feisty, very quickly with the fire energy, very rapid. So I think that you have either a very positive energy to the relationship that you're already in, taking it to the next level, or you're about to meet somebody and take this very quickly to something as well. I hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you a beautiful August, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.